Hello, today I'm making profiteroles. It is a very easy recipe. I think it's the easiest baking recipe ever. So what we need for that: 1 cup of water, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, pinch of salt, 100 grams of butter. This is regular unsalted butter. Our stick is 113 grams. We need 100 grams. So I'm going to cut 7.5 tablespoons. See, 7, that's a mark. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So where you see the 7th number, I will cut it in half. So something like that. That's what I will cut off. And I will use the rest of the stick. So it's very easy, and 3 or 4 eggs. So this recipe is easy to remember. You have 3 ones: 1 cup of water, 1 cup of flour, 100 grams of butter, and 3 or 4 eggs. The number of eggs depends on the consistency of dough, because size of eggs matter. But I will show you how to recognize the correct consistency. I'm sorry, you don't see all the ingredients. Let me just move it around. So here are eggs, water, flour, and salt and butter. So here we go. I'm starting. So first goes water into my saucepan, pinch of salt. We don't need any more salt. I'm turning on the heat, and now I will put on maximum to make it warm up really quickly. And now I'm going to cut off this unneeded little piece of butter, and we'll use the rest of it. I removed that part of butter, so I'm not going to use it. I will use that part, but I will cut into the smaller pieces, because butter should melt in this water with the salt before I add flour. See, butter almost melted in the water. Now it is time. So little pieces left, so I'll wait until it dissolves too. And now I'm adding my flour, whole cup in one bowl together. And now quickly start mixing it. It's called also, I will reduce the heat a little bit. It's called cooked dough also. You have to mix it until it's kind of changes the texture. It comes in one piece and becomes a little bit shiny kind of, and forms the film on the balls and the bottom of your saucer. I'll show you all that. See, it's already in one piece. You can feel the difference, right? It forms a film at the bottom of the pan. I don't know how to show you. There is a film from the flour and the dough itself. So that's it. Now I have to cool it down a little bit before I start adding eggs. Dough cooled down a little. It doesn't have to be room temperature, just warm is enough. And now I'm using a hand mixer to add eggs and to mix eggs into this dough. I know nobody does it, but not many people do it. But my mother was doing it by spoon, but it takes much longer, and I haven't seen the difference, to be honest. So, but eggs should be added one by one. And the last egg definitely goes in. It's still very thick. Sometimes I use 3.5 eggs. I beat the eggs in a separate dish like that and add little by little beaten egg. But here I see that it is very thick. It will need one more definitely. Yes, one more thing. My oven is already on, preheating at 330 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll bring one more egg. Every time number of eggs is different. because eggs are different size. I'm not sure if I will need the whole egg, that's why I did it. And I will be adding little by little, because I see that it's very soon it will be done. He still is little thick. I will add the rest of the egg, so total will be 5 eggs. This is a very rare, so probably my eggs are very small. Usually it's 3.5 or 4 eggs, usually the recipe takes. But again, at the end I will show you the consistency. This is very thick, it is not falling down, see? I'm shaking it, even when I'm shaking it is not falling down easily. See, it's just falling down now. And forms a triangle at the end. That's the right consistency. It's triangle or a big, I don't know how you want to call it, but that's the right consistency. That's how you have to test it, because number of eggs doesn't say anything. But I should admit that 3 eggs always are needed. Always 3 eggs is minimum. So you can just without testing add 3 eggs one by one. And the 4th egg, just be careful. After 3rd egg you test the consistency of the dough, and if you need, add little by little. So now I want to show you some ideas of serving profiteroles. For that I will be baking and making different shapes of it. So as an eclairs and as an profiteroles, and also I'll show you how I made swans for my children, for my girls' birthdays when they were young. But first of all, I will use, I already cut the end, and I'm going to transfer the dough here. Hope you see. I'll move a little bit closer. So place them apart a little bit because they are going to rise. Some bigger, some smaller, for different purpose. And here in the center, a little bit bigger. And now I will make a clear shape. So this is now. Here I have number 2s. This is for the body of the swans that I'm going to make. So I'm going to push it, make a shape. Little bit more for beak and for body. And here I'm going to make a little bit more big, right? And press here. I'm going to wet my finger in water. And I will press here to form the hat. I don't like it here, so I will add a little bit more for this body, for the neck, I'm sorry. This will go into the oven later, or the first one, because profiteroles will bake longer than just the necks of the swans. That's why I cannot put them at the same time. The rule of profiteroles are for good baking them is preheated oven and no touching oven door. So as soon when you put it in there, just leave it there. That's it. Swan bodies, I will make it by hand because I want it to look like a feather little bit, so I will even add a little more like spikes. Irregular. So I have only 2 necks, but I will make more. So all profiteroles and eclairs are ready. See how they popped up? It's still very hot. This amount of dough makes about 20, 24, maybe even 18, depending on the size. So if you make these large size eclairs, then it will be of course less number, like you can make 16 probably. If you make these small ones, it comes to 20, and these eclairs will make probably about 22, 23. So it depends on the size that you will make. So for children I usually make the small ones, just like this. This was baking 25 minutes in my oven, but my oven is convection, so keep that in mind, at 330 degrees. So how I make swans? So pick 2 big ones, 2 big eclairs or profiteroles, and cut it completely in half, separate it nicely. And now this top part I will cut in half to create the wings. Now the bottom part I will fill with the cream. And before, actually, I have here melted chocolate chips, which I melted in a microwave. So here is a nose, and with a skewer I will make eyes for this one. Here. And so probably this will be the top, right? Now add a little bit more. It's a whipped cream that I'm using, but you can use custard, any cream you want, doesn't matter. And now here I will add wings, just like that, and the swan is ready. I'll do another one the same way. Probably this will cut it. Again, nose. And eyes. One eye. And now cream over, under a little bit and over. And the wings, probably this way is better. That's another swan. And now just eclairs. For kids, I usually make them small. Cut it in half completely. Now add the chocolate on the top. Fill it with cream. I will add a little bit of berries here and oops, put it together. I will add a little bit more chocolate here. And then place it like that. I will keep doing it. The little ones can just fill with the cream and add confectioner's sugar on the top. Just like that. Little berry. And because this dough is unsweetened, you can use it as a salad serving plate. I added cucumber tomato salad and a little bit of cilantro here, but it's up to you what you will use to serve it with. Which salad you can do: avocado salad, shrimp avocado salad, potato salad. You can bake them night before and fill them before serving, just before putting on the table, and it looks really beautiful on the table. Today I will finish this up, and now I will add a little bit confectioner's sugar here on the sweet part. So this is all that I wanted to show you today. Have a great holidays, all the best in New Year for you and your families. Happiness. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Write your comments, what do you want to see on my channel, what dishes maybe you want to see. And thank you very much for watching.